Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I'm Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, and thank you for stopping by. All right, guys, today we're going to do our 9 p.m. slot, and we're going to focus on Afghanistan. Now, Afghanistan, of course, is the worst foreign policy thing I've ever seen in my lifetime. Biden is effectively he's neutered as a president. He's done. He's toast. Kamala Harris, right alongside with him. The poll numbers are officially in the negative. More people in America now disapprove of Biden than approve. And Harris is not getting away any better. This is a death nail to the presidency. We're going to talk about all that and the implications specifically around the gun control agenda that they've had in place and they've been working towards and what the ramifications are, because this is important and how it affects freedom here domestically. This is the second video of the day. Make sure you check out our bullet points video, which we launched around 1 p.m. today. I've linked it in the description box below. Some crazy stuff out of New Mexico that you guys are going to want to see because that was a really good video. It's being received well. But now, let's dive into the video content for the evening. So, before I dive too deep into this, and I want to know what you guys think down here. If you served in Afghanistan, if you have a family member who served in Afghanistan, I want you to know that you have my heart, and you have my honor, and you have my respect. Because you put everything on the line, both physical, mental, and emotional scars, for some other country's freedom, which has now been pissed away by something outside of your control. Every single one of you has courage beyond measure, and I want you to know that I respect that and I honor that, and I am absolutely here to support you in any way that we can. And I'm sure people in the comments field below are going to do the same thing. Now, having said that, we've got to translate what this is going to do to the Biden gun control agenda, because this changes the math on everything. As I mentioned earlier, Biden's agenda is effectively toast. I don't know if he's even going to get the infrastructure bill passed. Quite honestly, I don't know if he's going to. Effectively, what happens is the presidency, when the Democrats or the Republicans have it, this is a both two-way street, they use the energy and the prestige of the White House to get either garner votes, move legislation forward, set the agenda for the legislative branch to execute. That's all gone. Biden is an anathema politically, personally, in my opinion, morally, and ethically. He's gone. He's toast. He's not going to be able to garner support from any of the senators in the middle, the independents, the right-leaning Democrats, or the moderate Democrats, for anything. Chipman, gone. Because he's tied directly to Biden. Chipman was already on the fence, and in my opinion, he was toast already. But now that Biden's name is attached to him, no one's going to vote with Biden on anything. If you fast forward this to 2022, and this is kind of a big-scale picture, the Democrats were having to rely and fight against extremely bad results across the board and attacks on the Second Amendment to really drive home the fact that, hey, we can still do a good job, we just haven't yet. And they needed the image of Air Force One behind them. They needed the White House support. They needed all of these things to get more people out to hear their message. That is now gone. In a midterm that they were already going to be heavily toast, they're even worse now. Their only advantage they have is now gone because Biden squandered it when he screwed this up so badly in the Fall of Kabul. That's the ramifications of 2022. That's what's going to happen. No one who is a swing state, no one who moderate, anyone's going to even touch him. And you're going to start to see things that are basically saying, no thanks, we're good. Okay? Because it's going to be more harm than good. And Harris isn't any better. That's what's going to happen for 2022. Now, in the short term, and how it relates directly to our gun control, gunfight, gun rights situation, that agenda is, in my opinion, toast legislatively. Now, remember, you have legislative, you have executive, and you have judicial, the three branches of our government. Legislatively, like I said, no one's going to vote with him on anything. He is an anathema. He's gone. If his presidency survives, he's a lame duck, 100%. And I don't think they're going to remove him. I don't know what's going to happen, but if it survives, he's toast on legislation. Nothing's going to pass for the next 3 years. If you look at the judicial branch, they are getting stuffed left and right. The Supreme Court's about to give them a bigger stuffing, hardcore, and they've lost momentum on that as well. Then that takes us, coincidentally, to the executive branch, which is the only place that they can garner power for the Second Amendment agenda going forward. In fact, you already saw an example of this earlier this week when they banned Russian imports of ammunition and firearms. Now, I did a video last night. Go check it out on how the free market is going to get around that pretty quickly. But that's all they've got left. We've put them in a position where they're not going to get their ATF director confirmed. They're not going to get their gun control legislation agendas passed. That ain't happening. They've got to go executive. So they're going to start to do import-export bans through the State Department, and they're going to do more rule implementations and changes and taxes coming from the ATF side of things, i.e. the pistol brace ban, i.e. the receiver definition changes, and they're fighting on that as well. The big thing here is, while this is the biggest black eye in my lifetime to my country, and I cannot scrape up words that are strong enough for the way I feel about this, and plus YouTube would censor me if I did. This is something that we need to harness this anger, and we need to and it's a righteous anger, by the way, and drive it forward towards our rights, because effectively Biden just got neutered. The Democrats got effectively neutered in 2022, and the Democrat agenda for gun control legislatively is toast. And that's the message I have for you tonight. Let me know what you guys think in the comments field below, because this is important. We just witnessed a sea change. And until tomorrow, I'm Braden. See you later.